Welcome back, guys. It's DaNinja here with Season 5 of Waffles SMP. We are on Episode 2, and we are back. Yeah. So, just a few things I wanted to mention that, first of all, I haven't uploaded Episode 1 yet, so if there was any feedback, sorry I haven't seen it yet. And second, I upped my gamma because I know it could be considered a little cheaty, but the reason I up my gamma is for video purposes only. It's because it makes it much nicer in videos. It makes the night more pleasable, enjoyable. It makes the nether so much easier to record in. So yeah, that's why I up the gamma. And also, we have a new buddy in our enclosure. It's the Elasmotherium. Now, it's rideable, and it was like the mammoth in that you injected its embryo into a mammal, so I injected it into a cow. Funny enough, the same cow that gave birth to the mammoth. Poor cow. And it gives birth, and then what's nice about these is you don't actually have to feed them, so I just leave them and they roam around, and whenever I want to ride them, I can ride them. So, yeah. By the way, you want to see its birth? Watch its birth. Nice birth, right? Interesting. So, what are we going to be doing today? Now, I had another bout of turtling, and I got a ton of resources. I got 2 stacks and 5 of diamonds. I got all this iron. This is combined from 2 major turtling adventures. So I have plenty of resources, and what I want to do is I want to make a QED, and I spelled that wrong. I want to make a QED, and so it's kind of expensive. The main resources are, of course, it uses ender pearls and it uses a lot of obsidian. Obsidian we're fine on. Ender pearls, I think we have maybe 2.5 stacks of ender pearls, so we will be okay. I'll explain how this works once we actually start building it. So let me gather the resources together, and I'll be back with you in a second. So we are about 500 blocks away from spawn, and I wanted to actually show you the turtle location before I gather the resources. Good thing I dug that one, because if I dug that one, I would have fallen to my death. But yeah, I want to show you, this is the location where I did some turtling, and what happened is I actually downloaded a script from online for a quarry, and it works quite well. The only thing is, when I die, when I come back to the location, it resets the quarry, which is a little unfortunate. The main reason I was dying was because it wasn't lit up, so there were tons of mobs, and when I went to collect things, like for example, I wanted to fortune 3 any diamonds, I would die on occasion. So the 2 options, I think if I set up a bed here at the location, when I die and respawn, it won't reset the quarry, or I could use a magnum torch. Now, this is area 1, and as you can see, I died when the turtle was about there, which means it stopped turtling, and I had to re-grab it and set it up again. And then what I did was I set it to over here. Oops, if I can do that. I hope I don't die. I have a leather chest plate. I'll do a flyby. I set it to down there. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to show you this location because I think it's pretty cool. And I kept it far away enough from spawn so that it's not intrusive, but I think it's a 50 by 50 area. And unfortunately it didn't finish. But yeah. And I got tons of resources. There's more stuff I could collect, but there's too many mobs for me to properly get it without dying. So I said that weird. So I'm gonna pillar back up, and I will meet you when we have the QED resources. Okay, we are back with our resources. So we have now 3 stacks and 7 ender pearls, so a little under 3.5 stacks. So if you look at the crafting recipe, the quark electron director, you need 1 crafting table. I have that. You need 2 eyes of ender. Oh, I gotta grab some blaze powder. And then you need this ender infused obsidian. This ender infused obsidian is just 4 obsidian and ender pearl. And then you need that as well for the ender flux crystals. And how the QED works is it has a few recipes for its own. For example, the magnum torch, you need the QED for it. The magnum torch lights up with 64 by 64 block area, I believe. it can also triple the ore output. And I think in this mod pack, that's the only item that can triple ore output. You need 1 piece of coal per piece of ore. Oh, and the other thing that you need is this diamond etched computational matrix, which requires burnt quartz. So I need to grab a piece of coal and hop on over here. I know we're going to be a little wasteful. We just have so much coal at this point. And then cook that up while we grab some obsidian. See, I'm prepared. Hopefully 2 stacks is more than enough, but we have plenty. And start the crafting. So, first of all, I know I need 2 eyes of ender. So, 1, 2. What else? A crafting table. We need this ender infused stuff. We need 2 to start off with, but we'll need plenty more. And the matrix. Oh, and I need 4 diamonds. Let's go grab our 4 diamonds. Awesome. And where I'm thinking I'll do this is I'm actually going to either do it up here, but we're kind of running out of room here. So ideally we would have an area down below. And I might actually use a turtle to dig it out. So we shall figure that out. Okay, that's done. And make our diamond etch computational matrix. It looks, can you even place this down? Oh dang, that looks nice. That looks real nice. And then we should have, yep, okay, awesome, we got our QED. And now for this we need, okay, I can do math. We need 2 ender pearls per each one of these, and 4 obsidian. Now, how many of these do I want? So 16 ender pearls will make me 8 of these, which should be enough to start off with. Okay, guys, so you might have just noticed that it cut out right in the middle of me crafting the ender flux crystals. So something really weird happened. I think one of my USB ports on my computer is broken because yesterday my mouse wasn't working. Then I just plugged it into a different USB port and it worked. Then again, my mic stopped working and it was the same port. And then I plugged it into a different one and now my mic's working again. And so the reason it cut out is because my mic stopped the video recording as soon as it stopped working. But we are back, and for some reason I have no idea why the frames are so much worse. I was getting like 40, maybe 50 frames while filming, and now I'm down to like 20 and 30s. So I have no idea what the deal with that is. But sorry for the drop in frames. But anyway, so as you can see, we have 8 ender flux crystals in the QED. And what I wanted to do, I forgot if it got into the recording or not, because I recorded quite a bit. But I want to dig out below to create a basement, but I want to use the turtle to do so. So I went to all 4 of the corners and dug 5 down so I know the length of my room. And then here is where I'm going to start the turtling. Yeah. So I think I had it there. How this works is I have kind of a setup that I have for all. Sorry, you gotta die. You were in my way. Lo siento. So I have the turtle here, and that's the mining turtle, so it'll dig out the areas for me. And the items will be ejected directly behind it, like so. And then I use an item transfer node and a filter, and I filter out all these items because these are generally what I'll get the most of that I want to toss. Place my trash can right there. And then I gotta load in the quarry program. So give me a second to do that. Okay, so how the quarry program works is I just enter paste bin, paste bin get 46C. Oh, that gotta be capital 46CJU Y. I can't type. YUJ. And then I label it quarry. Now, I strongly encourage you guys to check out this quarry. It is by Civil War Geek, so check it out because it's really useful. So then all I have to do is I have to do quarry. And so the length, how long do I want it to be? I want it to be 24 blocks down with a width of 12 blocks. And then the height, so right now I am on y equals that's on y equals 68, I believe. And so I'll say 8 blocks down for now. I mean, we could always make it bigger. 8. And then inverted false. And all that means is if it's inverted, it digs up. If it's false, it digs down. And then it's going to say it needs fuel. So plop one of those in there, and it's all good to go. Now it should start. And cool. So it's just going to keep going. I guess we'll follow it for one round, and the turtles are really cool. And what happens is when its internal inventory gets full, it brings it right back up to this here. I think I'm just going to wait for this to finish up, empty out my inventory a bit, make it a little neater, and I will meet you guys back when this is done clearing out the area. So, see you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, so we are back, and whoa, the room is all cleared out. So, let's decide, or I've already kind of decided what building materials I want to use. So, if I just clear this out a bit, I want to use some factory blocks, some laboratory blocks, and quite a bit of marble, mainly because that's what I have the most of. So I was thinking for the sides here, so I cleared it out, so I place carpenter's blocks like so. Oops, I did that wrong. And did that wrong again. These are so hard to place. Hit that with the hammer a few times, and then do it like that up the wall. Like so. Ooh. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, failed there. But yeah, up the wall to the top, and I was thinking of using the laboratory blocks here and using this nice black version. Like so. That'll be up the corners, and then in the walls here, I was struggling with what I wanted to use. I was thinking of marble just because that's what I have the most of. Do I want to go with the simple flat design like so? It's one possibility. Or maybe the bricks? I don't know. Bricks are nice. I think between those two, I'm going to want to choose bricks. I think so. I think I'm going to go with bricks. So yeah, you know what? Let me fill in the rest of this area with the black part here and the bricks, and then I'll get back, or I'll meet you back to decide what to do with the rest of the room. So I'll see you guys when I have the walls in. Okay, so I finished up the walls. I like it. I like it. It might not be the most glorious thing in the world. I have the marble bricks for the walls, and I wanted to create this little indentation here to just give the room a little bit more feeling to it. And then we have this in the corner, like I said, and then I started on the floor. This is the factory block. It kind of looks like snakeskin to me. That's probably not at all what it is, but there's that. And we're missing one block, and I don't feel like making that at the moment. So all that's really left for our room is the floor and the ceiling. Now, I probably should have started with the ceiling. I don't know, because it's going to be really hard to place all the way up there. So what I am thinking for the ceiling is we are going to use these huge cobblestone tiles, mainly because cobblestone is cheap. We're going to need a lot of it for the roof, and it's not like people look at the roof all the time. And then for the floor, we're going to use a stone variant, because chisel stone just looks nicer than cobblestone. Anyways, let's see how this is going to work. Let's go like so, right? Oh god, it's windy. I mean, I guess, yeah, that's all I'm going to have to do. I'm just going to have to pop up at different segments and fill in the roof. So that's what it looks like. It's not the prettiest, but it's doable. And then, like I said, let's just clear out some of the floor here for our little demonstration. Like so. And then, which chisel stone do I want to choose? I'm thinking maybe the ornate stone. That might be a bit too busy. I might just go with the standard old flatness of it. This was a bad section to choose because of that one missing block. Yeah, I think that looks decent. And so it's a compromise because smooth stone, you have to smelt it to make it. And so even though the ceiling won't look the most beautiful, this will look okay. So I'm going to finish the floor and ceiling, and then I'll meet you back so we can actually set up our QED. I'm excited. Okay. We are back. And the room is finished. Look at the ceiling, look at the floor, but I'm so scared. There's thunder outside. For the first time and I think ever. It is horrendous weather outside in real life, but in the game I think it's a very nice day out. If we just pop over. Oh, by the way, I installed an elevator to our thing, so it's connected right here. But yeah, it's a beautiful evening. I could go out in the town, check out the shops, hang glide away. But it's pouring. Apparently, there's like a tornado warning. Anyway, so yeah, the room is finished. I'm going to make better lighting than this. It's just, I don't want mobs to be spawning, so I spam torches quickly. But yeah, I think it's finally time for us to set up our QED system. Now, I don't have any iron, which means I can't fix that one factory block there, but we will soon, I promise. And how this should work is I literally just need to break this, perhaps? Actually, let's center it a bit more. So if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here is the center. Awesome. And if we surround this, surround sound. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Cool. So all these should be working to this, and now this is what I really hope. Well, first let's check if it works. If I place 1 piece of coal and 1 iron ore. Awesome. And because we have 8, all 8 of them are working, it should go pretty fast. The more we have, the faster it'll go. If I remember correctly, I think you can extend in 3 out in all directions, and it will work. So look at that. We get 3 iron ingots from 1 piece of iron ore. Now here is the deal breaker. If I have a chest there, feed that in there. Oh my god. Yes. Oh, this is perfect. We can fix that. And let's pop you there. Place down our double chest here. Now I'm hoping this will work. Okay, go like that. I'm praying, I am hoping that this works. And there's just some more thunder. Scary times, scary times. Let's place a torch in there so nothing spawns. Boom. Oh, this will be so cool if it works, so then I could just leave items in there. So let's place a stack in there. No, I don't think it works. That's unfortunate. I'll have to look up if there's any other way to do it. Maybe you just have to place a chest on top. Maybe. And then put some in there. Nope. And of course, there's a tornado in the game. That is a tornado sign from in the game, not in my neighborhood. Anyway, so I'm going to figure out if there's another way to get this working. And I'm going to turn off the tornado siren because that is really annoying. So yeah, I'm going to figure out if there's a way to feed items into here because, see, I have 9 stacks of iron. I don't want to be staying here the entire time. And then also it only can hold a stack there. So anyway, let's see. If I place a stack in there, can I place coal blocks? No. So it has to be coal ingots. What if I place more than 1? That will not work. Okay, so I can only place 1 stack and 1 stack. Which is unfortunate, but we'll deal with it. So I guess I'll just get started smelting this stuff up while I wait. Or, yeah, while I research if there's a way to extract an input. So anyway, I don't want to start broadcasting. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I know maybe it wasn't the most exciting one ever. I don't know. We did a QD. That was fun. I have plans, tons of plans for future episodes. Wither fight coming up soon. I know, crazy, right? I don't even have armor. As well as, what else do we want to do? We want to do the midnight ritual from extra utility so we can get a builder's wand and flight, which is why we want to kill the wither. So that's just a few things to look forward to. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you, as always, for watching. See you guys.